input or
There we go. I think we have it now.
okay, you're all good.
Yeah, I think it's working out. I had the slider was down all the way for some reason.
Nice.
See if they can hear me now.
Input or
there we go. I think we have it. Yeah, there we go.
yeah, we got it.
There we go. Now we're out here. Now we're ready to go. All right. So, Attack on Titan.
Now you talk about Attack on Titan.
Right. My I kind of had a bold prediction at first before going into this episode. I thought that like Aaron was going to use the you know how he can kind of control Titans or whatever with the Attack Titan like power. I thought he was going to somehow control like Willie or whatever and make him just slaughter people, but unfortunately I didn't get that.
That would have been so awesome.
But we got
maybe later on we'll get something like that.
Right. I think there's going to be some big fights because, like, I mean, all he said that he was sending out his letters to his comrades there, which I can only assume is like Armin and like Mikasa, Levi, and everybody.
Oh, I can't wait for them to all join in. No,
Right.
that's going to be epic. I want to get some more backstory too behind them and like what's going on with them. Because so far we've just gotten a lot of stuff with like Reiner and like everyone else, but like I want to see what's up with Aaron and the gang.
Right. Yeah. Because I mean, it seems like Aaron's learned how to like kind of control the Titan power to like the utmost potential. Like he had his like leg cut and his eye like hidden, and he like wasn't starting to heal yet until he cut his hand. So it seems like he's gotten like all the abilities like completely under control now, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah. No, it's great to see him have like complete full control of his power, which is something we haven't really yet seen in Attack on Titan, at least in the anime.
Right. Yeah, but like I want to know what they've been up to these last like 4 years, and they kind of just brushed over that. I mean, I'm assuming that we're gonna get some recap at some point. All the manga readers out there probably know what's coming, but
Yeah, they probably did. That's one. Attack on Titan is one thing I have not read like any of the manga. I've only watched the anime. I'm like a total anime only fan with Attack on Titan.
right. Yeah, I have 1 through 17, but I haven't read it yet just because I mean, I'm so far into the anime. I'm just gonna finish this season, and then probably go back and like reread it all.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah, that's something I've been doing. Like some other animes, like I just I read the manga, or read all through the manga, and then I watch the anime, and I'm starting to get kind of a better understanding of anime and manga. Why animes have to cut out certain parts or just like trim off some of the fat.
right.
With it is like there's just no way they could fit in like all of this. From like maybe 4 or 5 chapters, it could fit like every single little backstory or every detail.
Right, yeah. I mean, speaking of that, especially is like I'm rereading or I'm reading for the first time all the way through the Berserk manga. I know that you've read it before, but like I realize there's so much in it that's been cut out.
Oh yeah, no,
Like
there's
it's
especially
nuts.
with Berserk, because there's so much like minor detail in Berserk and so
Right.
much content in the chapters. Like they really have to do that with the Berserk anime.
Right.
And I actually have I'm doing a new video series now because Beastar season 2 started. And I'm streaming all the episodes from Japan, and the first episode came out like a few days ago. And there is quite a few things from the first episode that they cut out of the manga, and some of it makes sense. I agree with, and I don't think it really hinders the show at all. And then there's a few parts where I'm like, okay, come on, you could have included that. I'm a little disappointed. I actually have a video. I have like most of the audio done right now, just kind of going through all of the mistakes, or not mistakes, but everything that was in the manga that was left out of like the first episode of the anime. And I'm just going to go through each episode as they come out and just point out the differences in the manga and the anime.
Right. Wait, so they released the first episode?
Yep, the first episode of Beastar season two is out.
Is it on Netflix?
No, it's not coming to Netflix in America until like I think June or July. And
Right.
but right now, or maybe hopefully earlier. Right now, it's just they're just having every episode's coming out in Japan, and it's just people are just subbing it.
Right. Okay. Interesting. I'll have to see if I can. Have you been doing it on the Discord?
Yeah. We watched it on Discord. We had a live watch party. I actually tried doing it. That's when I got freaking got yeeted. Is when
Oh,
I
right.
tried doing it too. I got like it got taken off after like half the episode was done.
Right, I saw that. I mean, I went in literally, I think like 8 minutes after you started the video, and it was already like flagged.
Yeah, no, I was pretty disappointed. I thought I got it from a different source, and I thought it would be a valuable source to stream that and go through it, but it didn't work. So I'm just
Right.
gonna do a safer video option with this.
Right. Yeah. Freaking Netflix has got to get theirs.
Oh yeah, I know Netflix are gonna hold all these animes in anime jail before they come out
Right.
to the public. Even though I could just watch them online and just watch this. That's what I did with B&A, is I watched it online before it came out on Netflix.
Right. So from what you've seen in Beastar so far, is it kind of on par with what you were hoping for this? Because I know you were saying that like this season's gonna have like one of the best arcs of Beastar.
Yeah, it is one of the best arcs so far. With this first episode, I like it. Got the general idea of the first few chapters down, but I have a few gripes, like a few gripes. I'm a little kind of disappointed with this first episode, just because there was two scenes, like the backstory with Jack and Legoshi's childhood. I understand they didn't have to include that. That wasn't like super important. What did annoy me though, what they did cut out, is they cut out more of like Louis. When Louis comes back to the school, you get to see him join the Shishigumi, and he has like this badass Scarface moment. And they cut that out, and that's my number one gripe with it. I was really disappointed in that. And then there's like this really minor character that comes in, and it kind of starts off to like finding out the murder and stuff. And they put more hype behind her with like all the students kind of like, who is the mysterious like security guard and everything like that. And in the manga, she just came like randomly because she was so elusive and no one even knew she was there. But now they have it so like, oh, she get all his friends are like, oh, who is that? Like blah blah blah. And they're trying to like give her, I don't know, more content than what she had before. But I don't know. I thought they could have just done the same thing and just put like more emphasis on Louis than just like who's the mysterious like security guard or whatever.
Right.
So I'm a little disappointed by that. But I want to wait till like the second or third episode to see if like, because they just kind of want to kick it off with that, because like it got up to like it went through like maybe 4 chapters, but so it was good, but there's just a few things from the manga they could have included there and not tried to like include all this like extra backstory that wasn't there.
Right. And I mean, being only one episode, I mean, there's obviously going to be a lot more content to come, so hopefully they can kind of keep it together.
No, definitely, yeah. Like I just hope they go like they don't put so much more emphasis on other things. I hope they still put as much emphasis on, especially when Shishigumi and Louis and his moments come up, because those are the best parts.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because so it airs live in Japan, right? And then it probably won't be on Netflix until the whole season's done, because they release like they don't do weekly releases; they just release the whole series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we still got a little ways to wait.
Yeah, we do, unfortunately, but it should be well worth it. I really want to see it. I actually like the dub to it too. Like I actually watched both the sub and the dub too, because I have some like favorite voice actors that are in it.
I think I only watched the subbed, or maybe I watched the dub. I can't remember. I watched it on Netflix, like kind of like the week it got released on Netflix.
Yeah, the sub is a little bit better than the dub, but the dub has some pretty good voice actors in it. It has my favorite Ben Diskin in it as Jack. And it has and Jonah Scott, Legoshi's voice actor in the English, is really, really good. But in the Japanese, though, almost everyone who's in the voice, like at least 6 or 8 people from JoJo's do the voices in Beastars.
Right.
Like Jusuke is Louis, and I forgot who else. I think Jotaro, like one of their voices. Like it's all like a bunch of JoJo's characters.
Right.
Are in the sub.
It's hard for me to tell, like with the Japanese, like the original voice actors. It's hard for me to tell the difference between like some voice actors. Whereas like the dubs, I could be like, oh, there's Bryce Papenbrook. He's in every fucking anime ever. And then like, Ben Diskin. Like it's pretty like Matt Mercer. It's easy to kind of tell who it is. But then like when you get to the subs and whatnot, it's kind of cool because I just hear it and it's like I only really take the emotion. I can't really tell what they're saying, obviously, other than reading. So it's kind of cool to like, I don't know, view it in that format.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't know. It's like with the subs, like there's some. I mean, especially with Netflix, like the Netflix dubs, like use a lot of the same voice actors, recycle the same, and like they're all like pretty good. But like after a while, like I can just like pick out almost every single one of them.
Right? Yeah, like Bryce Papenbrook. I swear he's on every single Netflix anime. He's in Dorohedoro. He's in he's Meliodas. He's in I don't know, literally everything. He's in Attack on Titan.
Yeah, he's an Attack on Titan.
He's literally in everything. Like, if he's not the main character, then he's in some small role.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. And just with the I don't know with the furry animes, they mostly I think the only one they really use a lot is just Ben Diskin for all the furry animes.
Hmm.
Just because he's like made a name for himself in that
In that
regard.
community, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, like talking about manga and how they kind of condense or miss stuff when they convert it to anime, dude. Like, I don't know how far you got into the Berserk manga, but reading up until like the end of the Golden Age arc, there's literally like whole arcs that are just missing from the
Oh
anime
yeah,
that they've skipped over. Like from the end of the Golden Age arc when they rescue Griffith and they're running away. They like the whole. I think it's like the Black Dog Knights arc. That whole entire arc is just gone. Where he like
oh yeah.
fought, yeah, he fights like an apostle before the Griffith sacrifice even happens, and it's like this was not. They didn't even talk about it in the anime.
Oh no, not at all. And also, when I first started reading Berserk, I read the first volume.
Yo, what's up, K Gemma?
I was like, what the hell? Like, this is not nothing like the when I first started watching the anime, the 1997 version. I was like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did you watch both of the like the 2016 and 17 season?
I only watched two of them. I couldn't watch the newest one. Like, it just looks
Yeah,
so shitty. Like,
it's even worse. Like I watched it just because I'm a huge Berserk fan and I wanted more, but it's like now that I've read the manga up until that point, because I have the manga up to 20 volume 23, which like ends right before where the 2017 season starts, and it's like, oh my god, dude, I can't believe how they made this anime. Like it does not do it justice at all.
it gave CG a bad name. Like, it really gave
Right.
CG a bad name. Ever since it come out, everyone's like, oh, CG animes like blah, blah, look bad and like all this kind of stuff. And then like I don't know. Then like Beastars, Doro, and like other animes came out and kind of showed them up, and so they can be CG and still be good.
Right. Yeah, because stuff like that and like Baki and to some extent like JoJo's, I feel like they blend like actual animation with CG really well, where it's not just CG the whole time. Whereas like Berserk is literally just CG the entirety of the 22-minute episodes, and it's like it gets so janky.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Whereas
And
like
like
yeah.
Beastars, like the whole thing is CG
Oh, it
completely,
is.
but it pulls it off. Well, yep, all of it's CG, and it pulls it off really well. And there's actually a good video that was talking about like it would be better in CG than if it were just like a normal like anime style. It
Mm.
would just like makes more sense this way with this art style and with the characters. And I kind of agree with that. I think that maybe with Doro too a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, they have definitely CG in that for sure.
A lot of CG, yeah.
Right. But like those they do it in such like a clean way where like Berserk, even the designs of the characters, like let alone the movements, are just so janky and like ugh, just they don't they just don't work.
They do not work. No, no, I got no Berserk. Especially like what was up with Guts's face too, like in the
Right.
last. Yeah, like that was the reasons why I couldn't watch. His face just had like such little expression, and it just looked like honestly because a lot of I have people on my server that do like more not CG animation or do like a
Mhm.
3D animation, and their designs look better than that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, for like a actual studio to produce something like that, it's like what were you thinking?
Yeah, no, like I legitimately there are people on my server that make CG animated stuff and like actually make 3D models, and their models look like significantly better than the Berserk 2016.
Right. Dude, who's the I'm trying to think of his name. The guy, have you seen the video on YouTube where they made like a Power Rangers short movie, but it was like if Power Rangers was like dark.
No, I haven't.
What's his name? I think it's like Joseph Kahn, I think is his name. I'm not sure if you've heard of him. But I think he did Castlevania, the Netflix Castlevania.
Speaking of Castlevania, any rumor about a Castlevania season 4?
I haven't seen anything about it yet, but I hope. Have
Yeah, because
you?
that is a great series. That's one of those series that I can show almost anyone and they love.
Right. I mean, it's done so well, and it's like it touches upon like different generations too, because like the older Castlevania games people loved back in the day, and now this is like a new school anime. So I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah, no, it's one of my favorite like kind of original things. Kind of it's like kind of it's based on a video game, but just like everything they did with it, I was like I didn't even know they could like make a video game anime adaptation this good, because most video game anime adaptations usually suck.
Right.
But this one, I was like, whoa, this one is just completely different.
Right. Yeah, I mean it has like a way where like being a newer anime, it still kind of has that older aesthetic to it, which like some newer animes lack. Like Berserk '97 compared to the newer Berserks, there's just a certain emotion that's missing from it, in my opinion. I think Castlevania has that kind of like aesthetic to it for sure.
Oh, definitely.
I,
Yeah,
I I heard
definitely.
a rumor that the person that did the animation from Castlevania wants to readapt the new seasons of Berserk into like that original uh,
Yeah, I
animation
heard
style.
about that. I want to see how he does it, or how much he would actually do from the manga or leave out of the manga. I want to
Right.
see him actually try to like include almost everything from the manga.
Right, like they would make so much money off that too. People love Berserk. They love the original '97's anime, and there's been plenty of animes from the '90s that have been like revamped in the 2000s. So if they did that, like started from like square one, redid the Golden Age arc, which they don't really have to because the '90s anime was great in my opinion, but they could.
Oh yeah.
They could just redo that and then continue on from there and just not skip any of the arcs, and they would have like probably 6, 7 seasons to of content to do.
Oh my god, there'd be so much content with Berserk if they actually were to just like make it as true as possible to the manga. They would
Right.
unbelievable amount of content to be produced, and that'd be like a dream come true though. But
Right.
hopefully one day it'll happen.
Right, yeah. I mean, there's 40 volumes. Hunter x Hunter is only at 36 volumes, and that was like 150 episodes. So, I mean, I'm sure with Berserk, you could even have more than that because there's so much detail. And like each volume is like thick.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, and now we're gonna be talking about anime, and but like sometimes I think it's cool we can maybe talk about like other shows too that aren't anime but are still kind
Mhm.
of on that lines of like animation or like kind of nerdy stuff.
Yeah.
I finished all of The Boys. I watched all until like the second up to the second season, and that is probably one of like my favorite like kind of superhero shows ever. Like, it is one of the darkest, especially the second season got
Hmm.
so freaking dark too. Like, I
Really.
was so surprised and just how freaking evil Homelander is, like, and
Hmm.
Stormfront, like they're just so fucking evil. And you get to,
Right.
I mean, I don't want to give out like too many spoilers, but like it,
I've seen the first season.
yeah, the second season I noticed on Amazon Video that the second season had less stars than the first season, and I know why it does because I thought the second season was way better. A lot more happened. It was way more fucked up too, but I thought I know I don't give one spoiler. I know the reason why it has a lower star ranking is because Stormfront is like a Nazi, but like she can't really age because she's like a superhero, and she's a
Uh,
Nazi, and then just like starts to kind of turn everyone into Nazis, and like there's like tons of Trump references to what she's doing, and
Jesus.
like I think that's why it got like way lower scores in the first season.
Right, right. Oh, Gemma says that he loves your tattoos. He's never noticed before, but they're awesome.
Oh, thank you so
He
much,
is
KJ.
quite the canvas.
Yes, yes, I have ton on here. I'm actually getting some new stuff done on
I got
in
one.
July. Oof,
I got one.
that's pretty big. I need to get in July. I'm getting one started on my elbow right here, and I'm also talking to my tattoo artist after I'm done with that because I'm doing these like way in advance. I am getting my Legoshi tattoo on my leg too. So
Yeah, I was gonna say you need to get some weeboo tattoo.
yeah, I'm getting some weave. I'm getting some furry tattoos. What's funny is I have a wolf link from Twilight Princess tattooed on here, and I've had like 3 people ask, like, is that like your fursona and stuff? I'm like, no, I have a fursona, but this is just wolf link.
Right.
Like, people say that was my fursona, and I'm like, no,
You could get a tattoo of your fursona.
I could, yeah, maybe I will someday. Once I get some more commission art of it, like if I get a really good one, maybe.
Right. Yeah. Well, I watched The Boys up until I think I've watched up until the finale of season one. I don't know if I ever actually finished the finale, but it was really a really cool like idea I thought of like superheroes, but like not really wanting to be superheroes, just like people kind of having these abilities. And honestly, I connected it to like what My Hero Academia would be without like the hero school or the hero system. Like imagine like My Hero if like all these people with like these crazy quirks were just like walking around just doing whatever they wanted. It's kind of like similar whereas like there's and then the boys isn't there kind of like a government like organization that kind of keeps the
Well,
heroes under control or
yeah,
under
the
yeah.
issue with the boys is like the kind of like the Justice League they have.
Mhm.
It's run by like big corporate, kind of big corporate. It's like very corporatized, and
Right.
everything's very very capitalized, and there's all types of like products, endorsements, and like basically all of these other things that would happen if like basically if superheroes actually existed in the real world, they would have to like deal with all this crap
Right.
that they don't have to deal with in the comics so much.
Right. Yeah, because it's like, I mean, being kind of, if I remember correctly, it was kind of like they had to like say certain things on the TV or like put on a certain image, being like, I'm Superman.
Oh yeah, I'd have to look all good and like not try to ruin their public image.
Yeah.
And just like kind of showed like if you were a superhero, it would probably be like if they did exist in real life, it'd probably have to be more like that.
Right.
It probably
Yeah.
wouldn't be as fun as it is in the comics. And I think it's a very interesting idea. And it's just like it's crazy because like the bad guys in this show, like the actual guys who are kind of, I mean, the boys are kind of good guys, but at the same time, they're not entirely good guys. But like compared to like some of the superheroes, they just look like saints with how freaking evil they are.
Right. Yeah, I gotta watch season 2 because I did really enjoy for that first season.
Oh yeah, another show I was going to suggest. It's pretty popular with a lot of my subscribers. Very popular with a lot of people too, even weeaboos, everyone else. Is
Mm.
start watching Hell of a Boss.
Yeah, what is that on? I've seen you post about it a few
Oh, it's on
times.
YouTube. It's all free. It's on
Oh, okay.
VisiPop. It's like this whole cartoon channel
Mm.
that just makes adult themed cartoons. A lot of the voice actors are actually from like Cartoon Network shows,
Oh, okay.
and it's a very adult rated cartoons, and they make Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss, which are like both in the same, both in hell. That's down there, and they're both very very well made. And I think HBO or somewhere's actually gonna pick up Has Been Hotel as a series, and Hell of a Boss is just continuing on YouTube. But yeah, they're freaking hilarious too. I think you and Noel would really get a kick out of it.
Interesting. I'll have to check that out. Hell of a boss. What's like the premise of it?
Oh yeah, Hell of a Boss. It's so freaking funny.
What is it like? Was it about?
Hell of a Boss is about these these demons and characters. They also got furries too in there in hell.
Of
And
course.
they it's so they're like a murdering business. So like basically people from in hell who died and went to hell, and they still have beef with people on Earth that did them wrong. They hire them to go to Earth and just kill people.
Oh, really?
And like that's the whole premise of it. And they have like their own, it's like their own little small business.
Right. They got demon assassins.
Yeah, yeah, demon assassins, and it's
That seems
yeah,
fun.
it's great. And it's there's a lot of like in the hell too. There's a lot of like drinking, drugs. Like they don't hold back with the language at all or the sex. It's really really good.
Right. Like Devilman Crybaby in that club scene.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. It doesn't go quite that hard yet, but like it does not hold back with it. Like they just have drugs in the vending machines there, and people can just like buy any drug they want from like soda vending machines.
Jesus.
It's really great.
Dude, there's another show that I haven't watched yet, but it seemed kind of like a good show for like, weeboo fans. It was like The Kingdom. It was like some like Nazi or not Nazi, zombies, but like samurai zombies. It was like I think it's a Korean show or something, and it's like a samurai village, and there's like zombies taking over, and it's kind of like Walking Dead. It's just like instead of guns and shit, all they have is like bows and swords. But it
Oh,
seemed kind of
that
badass.
I want to check out more Korean and Chinese animated shows, because I know God of High School is Korean.
Yeah, it's a
And I
Korean
watched all
webtoon.
that.
I Tower of God as well as a Korean webtoon, but I didn't really like the art style on that, honestly.
Everyone either loves it or hates it. Like everyone I see who reviews it, either is like, "Oh, it's the greatest thing," or some people are like, it's not that good." Like I got a lot of mixed reviews with Tower of the God.
Right. Just like the whole look of it just wasn't up my alley, honestly.
Hmm.
I really liked God of High School, and then I just kind of dropped it because I feel like I don't know if you watched all of it, but like the first 5, 6 episodes I thought were so good, and then it just kind of like went downhill.
Hmm. I think I watched like 5 or 6 episodes, and I liked it. I thought it was pretty good, and then I don't know. I just never really got back to
Right.
it.
I just kind of stopped, started watching something else, and it was better.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sometimes other shows to watch instead, or started just reading JoJo's.
Right. Yeah. Stone Ocean. I guess we'll save that and talk about it on Monday because
Yeah. Did you read more of it?
I
Just
did,
curious.
yeah. I read more of it. I mean, I'll probably read more just because we didn't, go over it today. So I'll
Yeah.
probably just read another 10, 15 or so for next time, and we can just talk about a bunch.
Oh, nice, nice. I'm almost finished.
How many chapters are there total? Is there?
Oh, shit. There's like 160, 140. Like,
That's so much.
yeah, no, it's like one of the biggest like arcs or like parts. It is the biggest part in JoJo's.
Right. Yeah, I got up to the. I don't even remember what part I got up to. It was like after like the Zhang Li fight or whatever. Janal Li. I don't know how to say his name.
Totally. Oh yeah.
The guy with the sniper dude that's like blind.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's kind of a cool character, but yeah. So what else have you been reading lately?
I've been reading that, and I've been reading what was I gonna say? I was reading something else. I do read manga when I'm at work on my downtime. Mostly, I've just been spending more time just going into JoJo's. But I did start reading more, getting more on Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, you did? What part are you up to?
I'm like barely like, caught up with like the anime. I still have not read that much.
So you kind of just like started from like
Mhm.
episode, yeah, the beginning. The anime is really good. I'll say, or the manga is really really good. I'll say for that series though, like they don't really skip a lot, like in the anime. Like it's pretty, it's pretty frame for frame with the manga. It's not a
Yeah, that's
lot
what
of
I
time.
noticed too.
Right, which I like. I like when stuff takes that much time in the anime and actually like gets everything from the manga. Like Demon Slayer was kind of like that as well, I thought. But
Oh yeah, yeah, Demon Slayer is very good. I I was gonna say, a lot of people like my friend at work, so they're trying to get me to watch Black Clover, and I don't know, I've never had like an interest in watching it for some
same.
reason.
My
Like I
cousin's
don't.
been trying to get me into it for a while. He's like a big shonen dub only kind of guy, and he raves about Black Clover, and I just have no interest.
I watched like 4 or 5 episodes at a friend's house one time, and I mean it was like a past the beginning, but like it just I don't know. It had no interest in me. It was too like anime for me. It just seemed way too cliche anime,
Yeah,
like fairy tale
right.
esque me, and I didn't really get into it.
It seemed to me like fairy tale, but like even more so everything that I hate about fairy tale.
I could see it being a little better than fairy tale, but like
Yeah,
from what I've seen about it, like the just how like the enemies come up and they're like, "Oh, we're coming back to attack you," and now we're retreating and we're gonna come back.
right,
That's kind of the impression I got of that. And I'm like, oh, that's like that freaking like anime I do not like
right,
very I wouldn't
right.
say Cartoon Network kind of anime, or yeah, kind of Cartoon Network. Like I don't know, it seemed kind of kiddie to me in a way.
Right, yeah, like they're like they can't even show like death, so they're just like, oh, we're gonna have this guy lose, but he's gonna come back and fight later.
Like four kids, One Piece, where
Right.
they're like, oh, she just moved away.
Yeah, exactly. Like One Piece, like Naruto, kind of before Shippuden, even more so like like early Naruto, just because once it was off of like Cartoon Network, it started getting a little more edgy, but still kind of geared towards kids, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely.
We may get booted off at 40 minutes because I don't think we have. This is just a free account for Zoom, so
Oh shit, did they boot us off at 40?
I think so. I don't know. We can just keep going and see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm definitely interested to see what happens. Because I haven't been on Zoom.
Right. Yeah, because Noel has a like I think he has a premium account, so like you have unlimited time.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, something I started or I'm going to start reading is Blade of the Immortal. Have you ever watched or read that?
I didn't even know it existed until you just mentioned it.
Dude, I think you would really like it. It's like I don't really know the story that much because I haven't started it yet, but it's about I believe like the samurai who's kind of he's deemed immortal because he just never loses any fights. He's just like a complete badass, and I think he like just travels some he has some destination he's going to, and I think he's traveling with like a woman or something. It kind of looked like Samurai Champloo, but like a lot darker and kind of spiritual or like like I don't know, dark fantasy style vibes to it. But it's like it's got a very berserk style to the artwork where it's just very very dark and edgy, which is really cool.
Oh, nice. I'll definitely check that out. I'm trying to build my manga collection. I need to get the last. I think when I get paid next, I even wrote it down on my bullet on my whiteboard, I'm going to get the rest of the Full Metal Alchemist volumes, and then I was probably going to pick up those black, thick Berserk mangas. I wanted to start
Mm,
collecting those,
the deluxes, yeah.
the deluxes,
Are
and then
you getting the nice hardcover Full Metal Alchemist ones too?
I'm probably just gonna end up getting the normal ones because I have those right there, and I just want
Okay,
to complete them all so they look the
yeah.
same. And then yeah, then after that, I was gonna hopefully by the time maybe I don't know because I know Beastars Volume 10 is coming out. I hope they release the box set. And if they don't release the box set in English, I'm just gonna get them all individually.
Yeah. Yeah, the box set looked sick. I want a Berserk box set 'cause there's so many volumes. I feel like the box set will look so sick. I was gonna get the deluxe versions too, but they only have like I think 6 volumes out right now, which is like
Oh no, I think there's 7
is
now.
there 7? So that would be 21 volumes. So that's like half of the series. I feel like it'll take so long for them to come out with all of them.
Yeah, I think they're coming out like once every like 3 months. I know there's another or eight's coming out in like March or like April or something.
Right.
And no, I could late just it's something to look forward to. Have like these like look really really nice,
They do.
but
They look sick. Although I do like the individual volumes art, like the covers are sick for the individual volumes, but it's like 40 volumes is a lot of shelf space.
oh
And
yeah, definitely yeah. That's what I was getting. I kind of want to go with like the thicker mangas or the mangas with like more content in them than just getting the small individual copies, especially with like big series. I think that's just a lot more cost effective and safe effective than
right.
getting the individual volumes. I
Mm.
also wanted to start. What other one did I want to start getting? I do want to get all the Hunter x Hunter mangas, but like I know there's so many of them.
Right, yeah, I got up to I have 1 through 11 and that's like when I started collecting after the anime. I'm trying to collect all the volumes and then I have like 33 through 36 which are the anime or the ones after the anime. We got
Oh yeah,
Weenie
definitely.
Hut Gaming in the chats.
We gaming. What up?
Finally, he finally decided to show up for one of the live streams. But yeah,
Mm.
Hunter x Hunter, the manga is I think really good, but that's another one where there's not really a lot missing from it. Like it's pretty, the anime was pretty spot on.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was yeah, definitely the best. Especially the 2000. Was it the 2012?
2011 it started. It
11.
ended in
It started. Yeah.
2014, I think.
Yeah, and 14. Yeah, that was like one of the best anime adaptations of all time.
Let's hear those favorite Pokemons. What's your favorite Pokemon?
Oof, favorite Pokemon. I've had a few. I think my favorite Pokemon was probably I know I like dragon types a lot. I mean they kind of suck now in the newer Pokemon. They used to be OP, but now they just suck.
Yeah, they did.
But I would say Salamence is one of my favorites. Freaking what else? That was my favorite dragon type Pokemon. As well, also back on the freaking Pokemon train, but yeah, and
I don't know any of them from the new game, but I did just get it for Christmas, so I think I might stream a playthrough of that.
oh, nice. Get Sword and Shield.
Yeah, I got Sword.
Ooh, I still need to play that. I haven't like I was doing the newer ones. I would say also like I know there's like a cool
Alakazam's my favorite.
Alakazam was a favorite of mine, or
Yeah,
Arcanine. That was
yeah,
a really good
Arcanine's
one.
sick. Yeah, Weenie Hut. He's a big was it Gengar or Ghastly?
Oh yeah, Ghost type Pokemons too. Yeah, Ghost type Pokemon were one of my favorites too as well.
Yeah, I mean obviously you can't go wrong with a Charizard. I really did like Dragonite too. Yeah, I did have a
Yeah.
shiny Dragonite in my last and Let's Go Pikachu.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, and I had the Let's Go Pikachu too, and I got. I would say my favorite generation of Pokemon had to be either be Gen 4 or Gen 3 were probably my favorite. At least
Right,
like probably gameplay wise, like Diamond and Pearl or Sapphire
Gengar.
and Ruby were probably my favorite.
Yes, Sapphire Ruby were my favorite. That was like that was when I was growing up, so it was like that was like the main Pokemon for my age. That Leaf Green and Fire Red too, but those were just remakes
Oh
of
yeah, yeah, those were my favorites. And I remember I was like I think it was elementary school. My brother was really big into silver and gold, and everyone in like my elementary school was all into that. And I think those were some of my favorites as well too.
right. Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see like this new generation. I don't know any of the new Pokemeans.
Oh yeah, I was pretty big into Pokemon, especially when I first moved to Arizona with the Alpha Sapphire.
Right.
Omega Ruby remakes were probably some of my favorite remakes of all time. Not everyone agrees with that, but I think they are. And I spent like almost like 500 hours on that. I got like all those shinies. I was at a competitive team. I was like training. Like I was really into it. And I think like a year afterwards, I had this like asshole roommate who stole some of my shit. And like I think he stole that game because
Jeez.
it was like missing from my case. And after that, I just kind of got off the Pokemon bandwagon because I just spent so much time into
Right.
those games.
To have it taken away. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I just stopped kind of. I mean, I played I think Sun and Moon too. After that, I was kind of like, yeah, these games aren't really as good as they used to be.
Mhm. But the real question: who wins, Gengar or Caterpie? Obviously, Caterpie. The evolved, the cocoon version.
Yeah, Bug's good against Ghost, so
Yeah.
I remember that much.
Right. Weenie Hut used to be on a. He used to be on not a Pokemon. He was on a Rocket League team.
Ooh,
Oh yeah. Now he's about to be on a Mobile Legends team.
oh nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I. What was I gonna say? I think I think Emerald was the one I had like one of the Game Sharks for, so I had like unlimited Master Balls and stuff. That was so much fun.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I used to do that too. Yeah, Emerald was a really good one too. And I still have my 3DS and I have all those games, but I just never play anything from there. I played. I think the last thing I played was the 3DS port of Chrono Trigger. That was really awesome. That's one of my favorite RPGs. And I still have like all the Legend of Zelda games, of course. And like that's like the only. I mean, I had other going for a new. There's like a rhythm based Legend of Zelda game they have on the Nintendo Switch, which I've been playing, which is pretty good. But I'm still waiting for
Mhm.
Breath of the Wild 2 to come out.
Oh, is there a second one?
Yeah, there's a second one. I love Breath of the Wild, but like in my opinion though, I want something like Twilight Princess again or like Ocarina of Time. I want a more traditional Legend of Zelda game to be made again because I love Breath of the Wild. It's a good game, but like in my opinion, I thought The Witcher 3 was way better.
Right. The Witcher
Like I
3
thought
was dope. I
yeah.
never beat it though because it was just so long.
Oh yeah, I played all of it. I played all the expansion packs. I spent a lot of hours in that. I played so much Gwent. I still play Gwent from time to time on the PC because they do have like a Gwent PC version of it that you can play with people online, which is pretty fun.
Really? Is it kind of like Magic the Gathering, Gwent?
A little bit. At
A
least
little
they
bit.
did change up the Gwent. It's a little bit different than the Gwent
Oh, okay.
on the PC and consoles, but it's still pretty fun. But it's a little more technical.
Right. Were you ever big into Magic?
Magic, no, I tried to get into Magic and I just couldn't get into it. I couldn't like really learn how to play. When I was younger, I was really big into Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh when I was younger, and I had so many cards. Like I was obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh for the longest time, and then got out of it. Ever since then, I haven't really gotten so much back into card games. I kind of picked up Gwent again on the PC.
Right. Yeah, I got into Magic recently. Me and Weenie Hut Gaming actually we picked up Magic and like it's pretty it's hard to like follow because there's so many different sets of cards and so many of them are like not allowed in play currently and like you go to a store and you buy cards and it's like well if you go play them in a tournament or something they're like yeah you can't use any of these which is kind of annoying but
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Matt, I had Pokemon. I had a bunch of Pokemon cards I was collecting. I was collecting Pokemon cards not even just to play it, but just to like collect like the holographics to the nice ones. And I had a folder for it. And I tried. I think it's my like guy who was living here stole that shit too because I could not find it.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I pulled like an $80 Charizard too, like holographic, have a Mega Evolution. And I
Damn.
was so mad because I tried looking for it recently and it's just not there. I couldn't find it like anywhere in my closet where I had it stashed before. And I had like a bunch of like older Pokemon cards in my childhood too. I was so mad.
Right. Wait, there was no Zelda games for PS2, right?
No. Well,
Yeah.
not for PS2. There's only Nintendo only.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, Weenie Hunt wants to know what your favorite OG Zelda game was. The older ones.
OG. What do you define as OG?
Just the older ones, I guess like, Nintendo or like GameCube.
Okay, so it's that. If we're going for that, I'd probably say Majora's Mask was my favorite one, and
Mm,
yeah, Majora's Mask, Link to the Past are probably my two favorite OG ones. I don't know if I consider Twilight Princess to be completely OG because that was on the was on the GameCube too. I actually have a copy of it for GameCube, but
mhm.
I would consider those two to be my favorites from the OGs.
Right, Twilight Princess was the first one where it was like sick graphics, right? It was like the big Link, like the wolf and
Yeah, and
everything.
you got to be a wolf too, which just infinitely made it my favorite Legend
Right.
of Zelda.
Vintage first editions are so expensive. Graded 10 first edition is 300,000 of what? Charizard?
Oh yeah, no, it's like they're ridiculous. Like it's like thousands of dollars for like first edition Charizards.
Jesus. Yeah, I just saw a video. I didn't watch it, but I saw a thumbnail like Logan Paul bought like a $200,000 Charizard card for some reason.
Oh my god, yeah. No, I saw this guy. Do you know who Moist Critical is or Penguin Zero? I always get his. He's like really
I
popular.
think I've heard of him from you before,
He's
actually.
the
Pick one.
yeah, he's the dude with the long hair with kind of a monotone voice. He has this video where he spent $20,000 on Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards.
Jesus.
He's like, yeah, I just spent like $20,000 on Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards, and like he just pulls them all out, and he's just like, I have money, but he's like, I don't really care about it. I just leave it there. But then sometimes I want to splurge, and he just like pulls out like all of these freaking Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like all shiny, like platinum cards.
Jesus. See, Pokemon is the one thing I never got into, like actual Pokemon cards. Like I was into Yu-Gi-Oh for a while. Like I actually played, and like all my friends had like decks growing up and whatnot. But like I never was big into actual Pokemon cards. Like the game was kind of confusing to me. Like actually playing the card game.
Oh yeah, no, 20. Oh my, I'm gonna say I got a Legoshi plush over there in my new collection
Uh-huh.
safe. And I got that for $80, and everyone's like, "How the fuck did you get that for only $80?" Like everyone's like storing me because like on eBay the cheapest one they have is like $300.
Jesus. Go
And I did
grab
it
it.
for a bit too.
Let me
Like
see it. Let me see it close up.
yeah, I'll whip it out. Yeah, no,
Whip it out.
it's really expensive, like really freaking expensive.
I can't even see it. Which one is it?
So this little
Oh,
guy,
there it is.
yeah, this guy. It was 20. Yeah, this was $80, and like every other time I've tried to go
Jeez.
on there, everyone else like on Discord and every other place has been like, "How did you get that for like so cheap?" Like everyone's like, every time I see it, it's like freaking 400, like $300. And I was like, I want to bid, and I just found some really random buyer, and I was hoping I wasn't gonna get scammed, but he actually came through with it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Like sometimes when like people that view or whatnot comment and like they have stuff like that to like sell you or whatever. Like one of one of my new friends now, he's left me a comment on my last manga haul video, and actually the Blade of the Immortal series I was just telling you about is like gone out of print, and it's like really hard to find him now. And he's up in Canada, and he had his local comic store had like all of the out of print ones in stock, so he's gonna send them down to me.
Oh shit, yeah, now you start that collection. I'm trying not to spend too much of my money on collectibles because I still have things I need to save up for and things to pay
Right.
for. Like it's really been a huge urge for me not to start spending all my money on manga and collectibles.
Right. What?
Like I could easily blow like $400 right now on just things on the top of my head that I want.
Oh, it's yeah. I hear you, dude. Because like the same thing happens to me too. Like I can't. Like I don't have money to like waste on that stuff, and then like somebody will comment that, and I'd be like, well, shit. I can get it now, or I can spend a shit ton of more money down the line when it's out of print.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But well, it didn't kick us off at 40 minutes.
Yeah, it did. We're still going
We're
live
at
and strong.
47. Oh,
That's pretty
see
damn
you
cool.
later, Weenie Hut.
Weenie Hut's leaving.
Yeah, he said thanks for the sexy time.
You know, that does remind me of SpongeBob. Over at
Yeah.
my work, like they have cable TV there, and I haven't seen cable TV in so long, or been anywhere around it in like years.
Right.
And oh my god, cable TV has gone downhill so much on Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. All they play Cartoon Network is Teen Titans Go. Nickelodeon, all they play is reruns of SpongeBob, and on MTV, all they play is ridiculousness. And
Right.
it's only just like two shows that just constantly go back and forth. There's like no new shows or anything like different.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I haven't had cable TV since college, honestly. Like I don't think I've paid for it once myself.
No, never. Yeah, I just had it at my parents' house, and then since I moved to Arizona, I never had it ever.
Right. It's like I use Netflix, I use Funimation. I don't even have a premium Crunchyroll. I just use the free version of Crunchyroll.
Yeah, I bought a premium recently just because I just watched so many anime. I got tired of the ads and like just the upload like speed was shit. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna
Right.
have to pay for premium.
I'm thinking about switching over from Funimation to Crunchyroll just because Funimation doesn't really have a lot of new series. It's kind of just
Nah,
like
they don't.
it's like a database of like series. It's good if there's a lot of like if you're new to anime and there's not a lot that you've seen yet and you want to just have a database where you can just binge watch stuff. But it's like other than One Piece and Attack on Titan, there's not really a lot of similar dubs. Like whereas
No, there really aren't. I had Funimation for a little bit and I canceled my membership and then I started watching I went to Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll has better exclusives too, and Crunchy because
right,
I had Crunchyroll like years ago. They didn't have as many shows, but now they've really stepped it up more with their shows and everything else. And then Netflix, I just whore off of like Family's Netflix.
right, same.
I haven't ever had to pay for that. And Hulu, I haven't really gone back so much to Hulu recently. I'm
Right.
just sticking with Netflix.
Right. I use my parents' Hulu as well just cause. I mean, there's some anime on there, but it's like the only anime I really watch on Netflix is Netflix originals. The only thing I really watch on Hulu is just like if it's not on Netflix or Funimation or Crunchyroll. It's just like
Yeah.
sometimes they have random series or like Amazon Prime, same thing there. Like Vinland Saga was on Amazon Prime. That's where I
Oh yeah, I
watched
have
that.
Amazon Prime. I like Amazon Prime more, and I feel like they're going to get more shows now,
Right.
and there's actually a lot of like good shows on there. And with Hulu, there's one thing Hulu does have though. It has all of Yu Yu Hakusho subbed and dubbed,
Right. Yeah, I think
which
that's
is the
where
only
I
reason
watched
why I
that.
got Hulu for a month was just to binge it with my friends. He'd never seen Yu Yu Hakusho before, and I'm like, we're just gonna like. That was during quarantine too, and we
Right.
just had nothing to do. And we're like, we're just gonna binge all of this because he's like, he wasn't one of the guys who like wasn't really that into anime and or like this. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna show you this show, and I think you'll like it. And he just like fucking loved it.
Yeah, yeah. Yu Yu Hakusho is great, especially for that era too. It was like the first, like really just great shonen, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely, yeah. No, I think it's still one of my favorite shows of all time.
Right. I haven't seen the sub of Yu Yu Hakusho. I've only seen the dub.
The dub is actually better than the sub. It's really weird.
Really
Like I've watched both, and I'd say the dub is better.
interesting. Okay, I'll have to
One of the
maybe.
very few animes. The Hunter x Hunter dub, I still hate it to this day. Like
Really,
maybe just because I was so used to how great the Yu Yu Hakusho dub was, but like it's just Kurapika's voice just annoys the shit out of me in the dub,
mm-hmm.
and in the sub it just sounds so much better, and that's one of the things that really turned me off from the dub.
Right. Yeah, I watched like when I first watched the Hunter x Hunter 2011 series. It was kind of where like I preferred watching dubs. Like if there was a dub, I would watch it over a sub no matter what. And like I caught up to where the dubs ended on Hunter x Hunter, so I had to like continue into the subbed versions. And it was like one of the first series that I really made that jump. And I was like, all right, fine. I love this series so much. I'm just going to continue. And I was like, holy shit, like the subs are so much better than this dub version. I was like, oh my God, the voice actors for Gon and Killua 10 times better than the dub version, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've watched all the Tagashi the Hunter x Hunter movies, the non-canon Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter movies, and they're such trash.
Oh yeah, what's the? It's like Hunter x Hunter and like the Phantom. It was the one about like the Phantom Troop or whatever, and it's like the one that Hisoka took over or some shit.
Oh my god, yeah, it was terrible. I watched both of them and I was like, in the dub, I watched a dub too at my friend's house, and it was just so terrible.
Right. Honestly, like I don't really watch any non-canon anime movies. Like I can't get into them. Like
Yeah,
one
no, I can't. If it's non-canon, like I will not watch it.
right, like I just have no interest. It's like, well, I want like the story, and now that I know this is like the source material and this is what I'm used to, like anything else I just know is not real. It's like, why are they doing this now when they're in like the middle of this crisis? How do they have time to be going off and doing this other shit?
I do love non-canon and manga spin-offs made by independent creators are awesome.
hmm Oh, okay, yeah. There are some of those that I do like in Hunter x Hunter, the guy that created Tokyo Ghoul, Suishida, I think is his name. He did a Hisoka backstory, which is really good.
Ooh, did Jose? Yeah, like those. I actually know what you're talking about. That was really freaking good. And
Yeah,
I will go with of course, some of the freaking furry stuff. There's a lot of non-canon because a lot of artists. There's a lot of non-canon spin-offs of B stars, and some of them are really freaking good.
really.
Like there's a ton of like non-canon YIF spin-offs. of it, and I'm like, damn, these are actually like really, really good. But then, I mean, I don't know what to say about it though. They get a
Yeah.
little softy, but they're pretty good.
Yeah. I still gotta read Beast Complex.
Oh, Beast Complex is really. It feels like a traditional story. It feels like it's kind of from the '80s or something. It doesn't even feel like it's like it came out in like this decade.
Right.
Like it has a
Interesting.
really unique vibe to it, especially the first few chapters. Like it's doesn't even like I don't even know. It's crazy. And they're gonna come back with Beast Complex too, which I still need to get the because they have one manga for Beast Complex that has all the chapters.
Right.
Only,
Is it in the
oh,
same world as Beastars?
yes, it is.
Right, okay. That's what I
It's
thought.
all just like random characters set off in the universe from it. And there's only like 7 or like 8 chapters of it.
Right. Yeah, I saw that they released like a one volume version of it. Interesting.
Yeah, no, it's freaking awesome. And there was I forgot there was one there was this good non-canon spin-off, or it was like a I guess it wouldn't be Yahweh, it would be Yif. Technically, because we had this discussion before whether B-Stars porn would be hentai, Yaoi, or Yif, and we all came to the conclusion that it would be Yif. Like any way you look at it, it would just be Japanese.
Right.
And yeah, I want to do a review on that one though, because that one was really, really good. I mean,
You should.
I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty funny too. Like that's a lot of like Yif I read is it tries to like a lot of Yif romance isn't really that good. It's just hilarious because it tries to be serious, and then when it gets to the parts, like I can't just help but like laugh at it.
Right.
But like
I haven't
everything else,
read
like the
any,
style,
so
like the art, the story, and everything else is like fantastic. And then when it tries to like kind of suck you into like the romance, like it just makes me laugh like so
mhm.
hard, especially because I know the original story too and what they're trying to do. And I'm like, oh, this is such freaking such fan service. This is like the
Right.
fan service that they wish was in the actual manga.
Right. Dude, speaking of like, well, I guess I don't know if I'd really consider it fan service, but like Berserk is kind of like that now that I've read the manga. It's like, does every single guy in the Berserk world just want to rape people? Like, I swear, it's like every time like a girl, you see a girl, it's like, okay, she's about to get fucking raped. Like, it's
Oh my
crazy. Like,
god,
Casca runs away for a second, comes into a
you should.
random guy, and it's like, oh, yeah. It's like, what the fuck? Every time.
You should join Berserk shit posting arc on Facebook. I made a huge storm in there, and it's
Real,
still
oh,
going
yeah, you
on.
were telling me about that with the,
Yeah, I posted like for Guts Persona art, and like people got mad at it. Other people started reposting it, or one person because I posted like 3 of them in the course of like 2 weeks, and some person reposting it was like the Holy Trinity, and it was like all
right.
the 3 Guts Persona arts.
Right, yeah, I'm sure you got a lot of hate for that.
Oh, so I counted like 600 angry reacts, and like
Right,
and there's this, and I love like some people, like level-headed people, will hop on and be like, "Hey, this is Berserk. We don't accept any of that degenerate furry shit. All we accept here is child rape and like all these other
right.
kinds of horrible things that happen in Berserk." He was like, "That." He's like, "That is
Brutalization, rape, and child abuse.
this is what we accept in this community."
Right. It's just true. It's like, what are you doing, Kentaro? And he's just literally like, okay, I think it's been a few chapters since we've had an attempt of rape. We'll put one in next.
Oh my gosh, I had this. Okay, I saved a comment on there because this one just was like right up my alley. But let me see. It was someone tried to go into explaining why being a furry is like, like it was a degenerate comment. It was on my
Mm,
screenshots. I'm gonna have to read this off. It was hilarious. Yes, it's right here. It's about the guy that had like a freaking eagle and an American flag as his profile picture, of course. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh shit, yeah, that's right here. Is like make becoming a furry is just see like do this. One person's like, I think I'm just going to become a furry artist just to react and just react and see how much see people just get really butthurt. And then one person's like, no, you guys need to all realize that a furry is a symbol of degeneracy. It's not an offensive in of itself. It's what it represents. It doesn't matter if the art contains characters in it that aren't sexualized. It represents a series of degeneracy through things that have been exploited as being sexual. And then one person's like, you could fucking say that about anything. Like,
right.
he's like, you're in a freaking, you're in an anime group. Like, you don't think that people don't make like hentai or like any different art of like these characters?
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought that was
some orange
hilarious.
spades. Just watched your last haul there, spades.
Like a manga haul. I might have to do a manga haul video. I don't know how much money I can spend, but I can't. Maybe I'm gonna try and find a way because I watched some of East Coast mangas videos and try to find ways to like kind of get cheaper
Yeah,
manga
dude.
because I do want to support some of the publishers with some manga, but other mangas, if I can find it cheap and get like 10 volumes, I'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I mean that's what I've been doing in my videos is just like all the ways I get my cheap manga. Like I get a lot of it from trading. Like I'll buy some series that like I'll try to find a good deal and I'll buy them and then I'll sell them and then I'll just get like bigger series or I'll get the rest of the lot for a lot cheaper. Like I got my Berserk lot for like $7 per book and they retail at like 15.
Oh shit, yeah. I see a lot on eBay too. It seemed like they have really good deals.
Right, yeah, that's where I get mine is eBay usually. I mean, you can go on Right Stuff and get, Right Stuff orders and whatnot, which is like, would be a new version which would support the publishers, but like I got one order from Right Stuff and I ordered it at like the beginning of December and it still hasn't even shipped yet. So like they're way behind. I think part of it was because there was like a huge uptick of like manga YouTubers and manga content out there that was pushing everybody towards Right Stuff, so they just got like bombarded with orders and like everything went out of stock.
Oh damn.
Right. So I mean, you can do that. Honestly, if I get new manga, I just go to Barnes and Nobles because they always have these like Viz deals where if you can buy like 2 volumes, you get one free. So that's where I bought all my Hunter x Hunter ones. I'd buy the first 2 volumes, get the third free, and it'd be like a total of $20 after tax for like three
Oh, nice,
volumes.
nice. Yeah, I was gonna, and I have a list of mangas I want to get, but I was gonna mangas like actually put on that shelf too. Like I'm just gonna fill that whole entire shelf up with manga.
Right. So Full Metal Alchemist is the one you want to get first.
Yeah, and then probably Berserk, and then maybe any Tagashi, Yu Yu Hakusho, or Hunter x Hunter. Maybe get the Beastars mangas.
Right. I've never actually like checked out the Yu Yu Hakusho manga.
Yeah, but have you checked out the Beastars manga?
I didn't. I bought it or like I ordered it, bid on it, and I got outbid at the last second by like $10. I was so
I'm
pissed.
so sad about that. Now the manga is freaking great, and I was doing reading the manga. I started rereading the manga again too because of like the new video series I'm working on right now. And then and then I was just like, okay, I can see why I was like so. I mean, I still am, but like was so obsessed with it. I was like, this manga is freaking fun. Oh my god, it's especially
Right.
around like the third arc. I was like, oh, I just remembered how freaking great this was. And I'm like, it's cool, it's getting an anime adaptation, but I'm still like, I just know the anime adaptation won't be as good as the manga. But that's like true
Right.
of anything.
Right. I mean, it happened. It is true with everything except for some cases, some rare cases. Like I feel like the Attack on Titan anime is so well done that I haven't really heard much people complaining about it being not on par with the manga. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's some people out there that think that. Or like the Hunter x Hunter anime, I think, in my opinion, is honestly on par, if not better, in some cases than the manga.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would definitely agree with that, especially the animation too. 'Cause I know some of the animation in the Hunter x Hunter mangas got a little janky at times.
Oh, Orange Spades. I just actually got volumes 5 through 7 and then 9 at retail. One of my new buddies is sending them to me from all the way up in the Great North, Canada.
Ooh. Yeah, I need to get. Oh my gosh, I want to start getting those anime figures too, like those. What are those called again? The vinyl figures or like
Oh, the
the real?
pop vinyls.
Oh, not the pop vinyls. The actual like anime fig, like realistic anime looking
Okay.
ones.
Yeah, those are expensive.
Oh, they are. They have a Lego She one that's really fucking sick, but it's like it's almost like $250.
Yeah,
Like anywhere I look for it, and I'm like, shit.
right. That's the same, dude. Like the Berserk ones are so expensive. Like I was
Oh
looking
yeah.
at this one giant like guts one that has like his sword, like he's like pulling it off his back, and he's like about to like slice, and it was like I think it was like $400 for it. It wasn't huge. It was like maybe maybe like 10, 12 inches tall, but it was so sick.
Oh damn, yeah. No, I see some of the more mainstream animes, like the One Piece ones, or like the more popular animes ones, are a lot cheaper. But like all the ones that I
Mhm.
want to get are just freaking ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, a lot of them like don't release that many like figures as well. Like Hunter x Hunter, I was trying to look into it and they like only release a certain amount and then they stop and they don't like re-release those versions. So like the prices just skyrocket.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's oh my god, the Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, they have like none of those. Like
Right.
all the ones I want, they don't have, or they have, and they're like $400.
Right. Cowboy Bebop, that's another one.
Yeah, it makes me so annoyed.
Right. I
They
wonder
don't need to make some freaking B&A ones. I really want a
right.
fucking Shiro one, like a realistic what model of that one.
Right. She would be dope. JoJo's would be sick, but those are also expensive as all hell.
Oh yeah, definitely. The freaking JoJo's manga. I'm pissed. They don't have Golden Wind in
Hmm.
English translation.
Bro, I'm
They only have up until
surprised.
Diamond Unbreakable.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's taken so long because it's been out for a while.
Yeah, and I really want to get all the JoJo's mangas. That's one thing I really wanted to
Yeah,
accomplish.
those look so cool too.
Oh yeah, the JoJo's mangas are so. I mean, the anime JoJo's anime is very good adaptation, but like the manga, oof. I really
Right.
want to get the Diamonds Unbreakable JoJo's mangas. Those are fucking phenomenal. The Diamonds Unbreakable manga was so good.
Right. Yeah. Are all of them colored? Because I know that we're reading Stone Ocean and like the online version's colored, but like, is the actual manga gonna be colored too, or is that just how?
I don't think so. I think the actual manga is actually colored, or at least I don't know up until what volume. I know like the for beginning. I don't think the first few parts are colored, but like
Uh-huh.
maybe I'll have to look into that. I don't think I have to go back to Barnes and Noble to check, but I don't think they're colored. I think they're the original.
Right. Interesting. Noel isn't on the stream today because he had a family emergency, so he had to hop off for today.
Yeah,
But he'll be back next week.
that he will.
Right. Should we maybe does anybody have any questions in the
Yeah,
comments? Any
Q and
questions?
A's. Anyone want to ask something?
Yeah.
Nico Bogue. Hey, what's up? You got
We
anything from
just
your chat, Connor?
well, we just finished talking about kind of all the stuff, the anime and whatnot we want to talk about. So if anybody has a question, feel free to shoot. We got orange
Yeah,
spades in the chat right now.
for sure. My chat's a little dead right now.
Yeah.
Gonna answer some of them here and there. Okay. Yeah, if you want to end the stream,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Is there anything else you wanted to mention or?
maybe for next week. I still wanted to watch that Levi spinoff for Attack on Titan, and we can touch up more on
Oh
that in
yeah.
Stone Ocean. So yeah, I'll just do that next week.
Yeah, if you haven't checked that out, I would definitely recommend it. It's really cool because it's like it's not long. I think it's like 3 or 4 episodes, but it's like it starts from the underground, so it's like a new world of Attack on Titan that you never really have seen in the regular anime. Like they go and they talk about the underworld a little bit, but this whole area or this whole kind of backstory is takes place in that setting. Did you
Oh,
check out
nice.
check out Blue Period? I'm not sure what is Blue Period again. I don't remember what that is. That's what Orange Spades just asked.
Do not know.
I can't quite remember. Maybe he mentioned it last time. I can't remember.
Hmm.
But see what he says. You working today?
Yeah, or no, not working today. I was gonna, what was I gonna do? I was probably, oh yeah, I was gonna head up. Actually, I was gonna go to the gym with Johnny around like 3:30. But other than that, I'm not doing anything else today. I worked for like the past like 4 or 5 days, so I'm taking it easy. I was probably gonna maybe after the gym, I was gonna kick back, maybe have a few shots of whiskey, and just hang out on Discord, play some Second Life, work on this video.
Oh, you're on to the whiskey now.
Yeah, I'm onto the whiskey. I just have like I'll just take like 4 shots. I don't even get like really drunk off of it. It just helps me go to sleep. And I guess I gotta go to Costco and get like the freaking handles of it. And like I'll just hang out with some of the degenerates, hang out with Doge, hang out with Michelle on Discord, play Second Life, take a few shots, and just hang out.
Right.
Second
Doge.
Life's really freaking cool, by the way. What's up?
I said Doge. I haven't seen Doge in the chat yet.
Yeah, he's at work right now. He got a new job, so he's been kind of busy with that.
Right. Is Doge? Is he in Arizona with you as well?
No, he lives in Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, he does really good CG modeling too. Like he's the guy I was talking about that like does way better than Berserk 2016. Like,
Really?
yeah, really
That's
good.
pretty cool. Who made your fursona?
That was Lindsay. I commissioned her, trying to commission her for some more art of mine. She is I actually know her from real life. Real life, I lived in California with her, but like we still contact. She's not a regular on my Discord. She made my art. I'm trying to commission some more art from her, so I should have some new stuff coming in the future. But I was planning on using some of my money just to like commission more art. I wanted to make some stickers. I was gonna have my neighbors. My neighbor's like a huge rave like promoter and stuff. And she
Mm,
makes like all kinds of candy and perlers, and she was gonna make like a big perler necklace of my fursona.
that's cool. Yeah, I've been trying to find somebody on Fiverr. I've been trying to find somebody to just like animate me for like I want to get like an animated version of me for like my Instagram icon and like my YouTube channel icon profile pic. But a couple people that I've like chatted with have like said that they're gonna do it, and then they kind of just ghost
Oh
me.
yeah, I've had that issue with commissions where they just take forever,
Right.
and I hate having to keep bugging them. I would recommend my server. Like almost half the people on my server draw or do commissions. Like that's a good place to ask if you want to maybe commission someone there because I have a
Right.
ton of artists on my server.
Yeah, I have this one person I'm waiting to hear back from now, but I might have to just go on and do that if I don't hear back from them soon.
Yeah, I'm tired of waiting. I've had so many people who I've tried to commission and they just never come back to me, and I just hate having to pester them.
Right. Oh no, no, I haven't yet. Orange Spades. I haven't watched. He asked if I watched any anime with my wife. We started watching Hunter x Hunter because it was like my favorite at the time, and I kind of wanted to watch that, but I think that was a bad move. That was She wasn't a huge fan of that.
Yeah, especially from the beginning. I have to like start. My friend, I started him on the Phantom trope,
Oh yeah.
your art. He really liked that, but like from the beginning, he didn't really like. I don't know.
Right. And it's hard with something like that too, because it's so like Nen and whatnot is so complex that it's like if you don't see the backstory of it, it's like what the fuck's going on?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm thinking of watching like I honestly kind of want to watch Haikyuu with her. I feel like she would like Haikyuu because that's like
Could be a good one.
it's got some good slice of life and some good shonen tropes to it.
Yeah, start off with something good, not something like, or start with something like more friendly for everyone. Nothing like too degenerate.
Yeah. Yeah, that I was thinking maybe like Full Metal Alchemist. A lot of people were saying that as well. But I don't know. We'll see. She's just really busy with work. She also does like a lifestyle blog where it's like all about like I don't know, kind of like lifestyle sustainability and like self discovery. So she's really busy with that as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think I had fun today. I think we got some good content in. I don't know if there's anything else you want to say. If not,
No, think I'm good.
yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure, Eric, and
As always.
we will be in touch until next Monday.
Oh yeah.
This
All
isn't
right.
really just some weebs, I guess, but
Kind of.
episode 1 of Nitro and the Furboy Shinigami Wolfie.
Gotta be, yeah. Do you see my thumbnail? I just put my persona next to his
Right.
logo.
Yeah.
So I just corner.
Yeah, I did see that. Alrighty. Well, it was a pleasure, guys, and we'll talk to you next time.
Always. Next time.
Peace.
Peace.